Thank you. Thank you. Good noon. Please sit down. Sir Jose Pardo, Dr. Francis Chua, Mr. Benjamin Philip Romualdez, Tony Mike Varela, Mr. Sergio Ortiz Luis, Mr. Donald D., Mr. Ramon Ang, Dr. Alfonso Uy, Don Emilio Yap, Mr. Alfredo Yao, members of the Diplomatic Corps, other PCCI officials, fellow workers in government, business leaders, and members of the business sector, honored guests, beloved countrymen. Good noon. It is a pleasure to be with you today. This gathering serves as an avenue for businessmen and investors to exchange views on the vital issues that our country faces in business, jobs, and investments, for the purpose of undertaking a thorough and comprehensive study of the problems we face. All of you here, beginning with the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry and your government's active alliance in economic development and nation building. Let me also commend PCCI for the launching of the Business Matrix program that we were adequately briefed by Ambassador Chua, which aims to develop the countryside by promoting their livelihoods and opening up more opportunities for both micro, small, and medium enterprises to sell their goods and services to large corporations, with a computerized networking system that bridges the gap between producers and sellers with their potential buyers and financial resources. You have shown once again your commitment in empowering our people through the partnership of the private sector with the community. The achievement of our social goals is dependent upon our capacity to put in place an environment where private enterprises thrive. And the government you have now, in just over 100 days, is doing exactly that. We are all aware of the enormous problems we inherited, but we continue to work to improve the overall business climate. Our fiscal measures have already borne fruit. We have controlled our budget deficit. From 34.6 billion pesos in June 2010, it went down to 32.7 billion in July, and even had a surplus of 1.3 billion in August. Our stock market remains strong as the Philippine Stock Exchange Index rallied to new heights, making it one of the best performing stock markets in Asia. Another recent milestone is the sale of the first peso-denominated bond in the global market, which raised 1 billion or 44.1 billion pesos, shielding us from further foreign exchange risks. Due to our vigorous campaign against money laundering and tax evasion, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development recently removed the Philippines from its list of governments considered to be tax havens and moved us up to the list of jurisdictions that have significantly implemented internationally agreed tax standards. During my working visit to the U.S., I met with enthusiastic U.S. companies from various industries, such as Coca-Cola, Pfizer, AES, Hewlett-Packard, JP Morgan Chase, Sutherland Global Services, Inc., General Electric, Headstrong Corporation, SPI Global, and Affinity Express. They have all expressed strong interest in investing in our country. We secured over $2.4 billion worth of investments, covering a wide range of investment areas, from power generation to garments and leather goods, and of course, the BPO industry. This translates to at least 43,600 new jobs and as much as 200,000 indirect jobs owing to the multiplier effect in the next 3 years. Global Power Firm AES, which previously put off additional investments in the country, is now poised to expand the capacity of the Masinloc Power Plant 2 by up to 660 megawatts. Aside from filling the capacity gap for the energy requirements of Luzon by 2015, this venture will also generate 1,500 jobs during its 3 to 4 year construction period. More jobs shall come our way as we implement projects under the public-private partnership system, which we hope to launch by the next month. We have created a PPP Center to facilitate coordination and monitoring of PPP programs and projects. I encourage you to participate in the building of the airports, the roads and rail projects, transport terminals, water supplies, and agricultural support facilities, among others. The PPP Center will assist you in advisory services, technical assistance, training, and capacity development in the preparation of your ventures. We are simplifying the process of establishing a business and in stamping out unnecessary red tape, as well as in improving infrastructure and relaxing regulations on air travel to and from the country. All of these reforms are being undertaken in order to create a business-friendly atmosphere that will benefit you and the entire nation in the long run. The key to these gains is the rising business and consumer confidence, as well as the international community. And I would like to thank you for the support that all of you have given us. Our partnership with the private sector in meaningful endeavors has always been a major factor in leading this country to progress. While improvements have been made in the economic front, my administration will not be the proverbial one tamad waiting for the coconut to fall. As the rest of the world competes for increased foreign direct investments, I urge you to become more proactive in investment promotion efforts. We must ride on the positive outlook for our economy in general, as well as the proliferation of international investment agreements in bilateral, regional, and international levels. Doing so requires us to face the challenges troubling the trade and investment sectors in our country. I was informed of your issues and concerns in your previous resolutions, some of which calls to enhance our competitiveness in the world market. There is also a need for us to address market access issues and the negative perception of the Philippines by the international community in terms of providing a conducive business environment. DTI's efforts in rationalizing and shortening the process for business registration, as well as permits and licenses, involve working with local government units. In line with this, the Board of Investments has requested the LGUs to create local investments and incentives codes, manuals in their own respective localities, the aim of which is to harmonize national and regional business processes, aside from catering to the business sector's needs more efficiently. This will ensure that LGUs remain devoted in providing protection for investors and consumers at the local level. Also, the BOI has requested the LGUs to establish investment promotions to help desks in their localities to personalize their assistance to businessmen. It has only been over 100 days, but this early our business and economic prospects are bright and promising. With this in hand, I call on all of you to work with us in enhancing the business climate in the country. Relieve the government from having to spend on items that investors can manage more efficiently. These, in turn, will free up our scarce government resources, allowing us to direct them instead to investments in education, healthcare, and other social services. A better educated, more productive workforce will be the dividends of your investments. These will spur the growth of income opportunities, the pool of skilled workers, and the markets for products and services that many of you here today provide. I look forward to working closely with all of you, the drivers of the Philippine economy. The cooperation between the private and public sector will ensure that the Philippines remains to be a country that is truly open for business. Thank you and good luck.